Hello, Steve White, Trek White 89 for Steve Arts 89. It's a sad day for Star Trek fans today with the news that Nichelle Nichols has passed away. Her son Kyle posted on Facebook that she passed away from natural causes at her home on Saturday. She was 89. I was fortunate enough to have met Nichelle several times, which was quite a feat considering that I live in Melbourne, Australia. The first time I was aware of her coming, I had to go to the convention. I had a lot of personal problems at the time, and I certainly wasn't going to public events. I'd been traumatized by something, and I was having a lot of trouble doing things. And it was quite an ordeal to actually make myself go to the convention, but I had to meet her. She was my favourite star from Star Trek. Her and Spock were my favourite characters. And I'd always wanted to meet her, so it was amazing. I'd never met a celebrity or seen someone from a movie or TV before, and I just remember seeing her at the autograph table and thinking she looked exactly like she did in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. And it was just surreal. I got a couple of autographs, photographs autographed, I got a card, I got her autobiography and a few other things. And then she did a talk, she did a Q&A, she sang. And some of the things that she said really resonated with me and really helped. It wasn't just getting me out of my house and to the convention. It was also some of the things that she talked about and some of the advice that she gave. It was amazing, and I was just so glad to have met her. And years later, I got to meet her again. She came back to Australia. Spoke to her again, and it was just really nice to see her again. She was out on the floor as well, and I chatted to her and that. And then she had the stroke, and I was a bit worried about her because, I didn't actually get to... I'm not sure how many conventions I actually saw her at now, because I remember I got another autograph from her, and I just said my name, but before I actually really got to speak to her, someone from the convention slid a bunch of autographs for the volunteers and people who worked at the convention to sign. I didn't even get to speak to her right at the very end, so I didn't really get to thank her for what she'd said. And I thought I'd never see her again, and then she had the stroke, and I thought I'm really not going to see her again, and I was a bit upset. And then I was in Sydney, and I heard that her and George and Walter were all going to be at a convention which I hadn't heard about. So I had to leave Sydney on the Saturday to get there on the Sunday to get to the second day of the convention to see them. So I met George, I met Walter again, and I met Nichelle again. And I was fortunate enough that I had spoke to the people, and I didn't have money for autographs for Nichelle, and I already had several. But I really wanted to speak to her and thank her for what she'd said to me the first time and what it meant to me. And one of the people were nice enough to take me over to her, and I had a little chat with her, and I told her what she'd said and what I was going through at the time, what it meant to me. And it was really nice. She seemed to appreciate it, and it was just a nice moment. I'm glad that I got to have it. This is Nichelle. This is the treble that I gave her, because after the first convention, and I'm not sure if I already said this, but I went up to her after the convention and I said, I just want a photo of her, a nice photo of her. And I just said, can I take a photo of you with my treble? And she just laughed and said, oh, of course. And she actually got up from the table and come and stood with me. And there's a photo of me and her holding the treble, Nichelle, which I named after her. And I was the only person who got a photograph, only fan who got a photograph, because they weren't doing photographs. And it just made me feel just really special. And I just felt it was amazing that I'd met her and I got a photograph with her, and I was the only person who did. And she held my treble, which I still have. Like I said, her name is Nichelle. And then a few years later, in this photograph, I met her again. When I met her again, I brought Nichelle back, and she held Nichelle again. I took another photo. And yeah, I'm going to miss her. She was an inspiration. She did a lot for African American people and NASA and space exploration, and she was just a wonderful person. She went to a lot of conventions, she met a lot of fans, she always had the time for fans. She never treated them badly like some actors. She was just really wonderful, and I'm just so glad I got to meet her several times, And it's just really sad. I don't think it's really hit me yet because I'm not really sad. I think after this, when I start to think about it, I'll probably get really sad. But I just had to do a little video to say R.I.P. Nichelle Nichols. It was great meeting you, and you'll be missed. And if anyone has any stories they want to share in my comments, feel free. I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.